top five for today's episode is top five video game franchises, or well, top five video games slash video game franchises. Um, I'll let you go first because I know you're really struggling to come up with this top five.
I am. So it's really more for me. It's going to be more top five video or game related shit because it's like I am not honestly. Look, my game. These were the gaming consoles that I had. The original Nintendo, the box one, that one. My brother had a Sega Genesis, the first generation when it came out.
Okay.
And then I didn't have anything again until I had the Xbox.
Okay.
And then an Xbox 360. And the Xbox 360, I played with it 1 year. And I didn't touch it again for 4 years before I gave it away. So that's how limited my game. But if I can say video game-ish stuff, that was five. So anyways, you don't have any honorable mentions? I know this is
kind of... No, we're going to skip honorable mentions.
Okay. All right, so... I'm gonna go with top five because my fifth overall is something that I guess it's a video game because it's on cell phone. It's a game. It's a video game.
Okay.
Because I have to look at a video on my screen. So it's a video game. Anyways, so it's gonna be Candy Crush. All right.
Okay.
I've been playing Candy Crush. This Candy Crush game, I think I'm gonna go with over 12 years now. I've been playing the Candy Crush. Obviously, there's times where I'll go like a good, maybe a month without playing it, here and there. Sometimes I'm stuck on a level and I never go back into it. But I've been playing Candy Crush and Soda Crush because there's two. There's Candy Crush and Soda Crush. They came out with Jelly Crush. I think that one's still out. I didn't bother with that. I'm like, no, I already have one game that I've been playing for over a decade now. But I've been playing this game for over a decade. So my number five is going to be Candy Crush because it's just a good all it is good old-fashioned Tetris,
Okay.
Is it Tetris? No, what's the one where you...
Not Tetris, but where you're matching three things together. Yeah. My number five is gonna be an amalgamation of two different types of series.
I told you this was his expertise.
It's the EA Sports franchise as a whole. So I'm talking FIFA and I'm talking Madden together. I did play some NHL in the past, but not really. It was mostly FIFA and Madden. Tiger Woods golfing, which became Rory McIlroy golfing, that was part of it too. But yeah, I've had a lot of EA Sports games over the years. I wasted so many, I wouldn't even say hours, I wasted days in FIFA 19. Same with Madden 20. So it's definitely.
Were you playing it by yourself or you were playing with somebody else?
Playing online. So I used to play.
No, it's not time wasted when you're with friends.
Okay, so I used to play solo a lot when online was still a very new thing and there would be connection lines and all that stuff. But by the time they got all that fixed, I made sure that again, Ethernet cable, no connection lag whatsoever, and I play this thing called Ultimate Team. They have it in both FIFA and in Madden, and you can waste a lot of hours into that each weekend. And they also do this thing called microtransactions where you can buy packs to unlock new players. So you unlock Ronaldo, or in Madden, you unlock Antonio Brown when he was good, and all that stuff. So
insane.
Huh?
Insane. Antonio Brown was sane.
Oh, when he was good and sane. Yes. So
is Tony Hawk's game?
No, it's not. Different maker. I think Activision.
I played that one for like a month.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my number five, EA Sports.
All right. So I'm gonna go with number four, which I think a lot of video game people hate it, but I don't care, because it's a movie based on a very popular game series. I'll give you. So it's a movie based on it's only one. There's only been I think one movie off of this, and the game series has like 15 different versions. Do you have any chance? Do you think you know?
No.
Final Fantasy, the movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, the movie. Oh.
I know. A lot of gamers don't like it, but I actually enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Crap. Okay.
It's like a video game. All right?
Yeah, okay.
Sorry they didn't go pew, pew, pew like you guys like them to.
All right, whatever. So my number four, it was going to come on the list anyway, but might as well do it now. Final Fantasy. So I played Final Fantasy VII Remake for the first time last year. A lot of gamers believe the original Final Fantasy VII is one of the best games ever made. I was never really a turn-based RPG type of guy. Final Fantasy VII Remake is made for more of a gamer like me, where things are fluid and fast moving. So I really like that. But then I also played Final Fantasy 15, which is a lot like that too. And then I'm gonna weave in Kingdom Hearts into that because it's a lot of the same type of games. Even though Kingdom Hearts is like Disney / Final Fantasy put together. So anything by Square Enix that's Final Fantasy related, that goes as my number 4.
The movie is an underrated classic. So my number 3 is gonna be. You can't hate on this one.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay. All right.
The game, the original game, obviously that's how they launched Sega Genesis with Sonic. It's
the
one
flagship
of those
character.
Yeah, man, it was just one of my. It was like just an awesome game. Me and my brother would play together. I would always be Tails because he's the older brother, so you have to be the sidekick. Then of course it led into different. I mean, it's still coming out because I think what was it like they had to redo the movie just recently because people were complaining about how Sonic looked and all that stuff. They had actually funny enough, my son was watching the show I think on Netflix. The old cartoon,
the animated series,
yeah, I really enjoyed it. I downloaded the running game on the Sonic Dash on my phone, but it's just like, no, I don't want the Dash. I want the actual game. Like, I wish they found a way to put it on the actual, or something.
Two hands joystick.
Yeah, it honestly, like, I'm not a gamer, but I think they have a lot of retro games like that you could get, like Donkey Kong on all of them and all that stuff, right? And I think Sonic is one of those. So if I ever got a chance to get one of those, I would get those just for Sonic.
Okay. This one's going to be an honorable mention. I know I said I didn't have any, but I know it's not going to make it on my list. So anything Super Mario related, just because it's a classic, it's one of the OGs, and I love the Brawl games on the Wii and the Wii U. Sorry, Smash, the Smash Brothers games.
Yeah.
Brawl is one of the Smash Brothers games. So yeah, Super Mario Brothers. It's got to be on your list somewhere, right? No? Okay, don't tell me. My number 3 is gonna be Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat. I have 3 older brothers, and they got Mortal Kombat, the first one, when I was 3 years old. I was 3 years old at the time. And my whole thing's I want to play with my brothers and all that stuff. And I was playing as a 3-year-old. I've been gaming for a very long time. I was playing Mortal Kombat with them, but I was really bad at it, and I lost. And then my brother did a fatality on me because he's an a-hole. And it's the one where Scorpion removes his mask and incinerates it. And I was like crying. I ran to my mom and cried about it. So because of that, she didn't buy us Mortal Kombat 2. We didn't play Mortal Kombat again until the 3rd one. But ever since then, I've been buying every Mortal Kombat that's come out. So 4 up until now, where they're on Mortal Kombat 11. It's one of my favorite series of all time. It's had its highs and its lows. I think it's probably the best fighting game out there, just from a technical perspective. And I love Street Fighter. I think Street Fighter 4 is one of the best, but the series Mortal Kombat is one of the best out there from a technical perspective. So Mortal Kombat is on my list, and it's going to be the only fighting game that makes my list.
I can't hate on Mortal Kombat, man. I actually have an interesting, it's not a great story. It's an interesting story about Mortal Kombat that I will actually talk about right after we finish this top 5.
Okay.
But my number 2, see now, man, gotta put the pressure on me with your recent comment. No, I gotta do. I really, this one should easily be number 1, but I'm gonna go with my other number 1, just based off of how, I guess, game changing. You get this? See what I did there? Anyway, the number 1 was. Anyway, number 2 is definitely gonna be Super Mario 3, like the game. Okay. Super Mario 3, old fashioned. Man, if only they had ways to be. Remember, you couldn't save back then. Mm-hmm. Like you couldn't save so you had to start from the beginning. So you have to keep playing that game for like 9 hours to be able. And then they had I'm like, you can't let us save it, but you gave us like 10 levels.
Yeah.
Or not even 10, wasn't it? Like a good. It was a shit. It was a lot.
It's the one with where you had the cat thingy, right? Or the raccoon thingy where you could fly.
The raccoon tail, and then you had the tornado to go to different worlds within there. So now that one was the best. And then I'm also gonna say the movie is so damn campy. The Super Mario Brothers movie is so damn campy. It's actually good. It's
you think it's a good bad movie?
It's a good bad movie to me. Like the freaking what was it? The lizard ones? They were like horrible. But
the Koopa kids.
Yeah, but John Leguizamo I think played a good really good Luigi. Yeah. And then what was it Hopkins?
Yeah, I know. It's not Dennis Hopkins, is it?
No, not Dennis Hopkins. Who?
No, that was Bowser. I don't remember. Guessing.
He's the guy who framed Roger Rabbit. Remember, he was.
Well, anyway, keep talking about it while I look it up.
Well, yeah. So him, he was in it. And then it was just like that movie was just so underrated. And it was Bob Hoskins. Bob Hoskins was in it. Yeah. Now I'm trying to remember who played the freaking bad guy in the movie. Dennis Hopper. Was it Dennis Hopper?
I think it's Dennis Hopper. I think that's his name.
Dennis Hopper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dennis Hopper. All right. So anyway, so we need to do our research before I mention shit from now on. But anyways, yeah, my number 2 is Mario. Is Mario 3 had to be Super Mario's had to be in there. Easily could have been number 1.
Okay. My number 2 is Metal Gear Solid. It's one of those that has one of the most, I want to say complex, but sometimes it's really just convoluted storylines where, it's about, someone was saying something about memes yesterday, like memes in the original sense of the word. And all I was thinking about is Metal Gear Solid, because they're always talking about memes. It's about, government conspiracy and this CIA soldier named Solid Snake who just like doesn't give a crap about anything. It's like one of those 80s movies, action hero type. And then, he happens to be one of triplets, and his father was a super soldier. The whole thing is crazy, but I love it. So it was directed by Hideo Kojima. The first game, the first Metal Gear Solid, not the first Metal Gear, came out in 97, I believe, to coincide with the release of the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. And then subsequent games came out for it. Won a lot of best games of the year type of awards. And then the last one was Metal Gear Solid 5, but then Kojima and Konami had a falling out. So we're probably not going to see another one of those. But that's my number 2 series. If anyone's ever going to get into gaming, I'd say, hey, pick up that series. Go through the chronology of it. I think you'll like it.
Is Metal Gear Solid the one where you can I think there's clowns or something like that, and you could smash their heads up with it?
What?
Is that that's a game called something with rage in it. I remember one of my friends was showing it to me, and then I was like, when I was looking at it, it was like you were able to smash like clowns' heads and bust people's head open, and I was like,
I don't know.
Maybe they are right. Maybe video games are.
No.
Maybe they are too
violent. Doesn't sound like it. No,
so,
he's a spy.
Okay, well, it's not that game. So anyway, I'm gonna do a quick honorable mention actually.
Okay.
Because I really enjoyed this game. Unfortunately, I never finished it. But it was Max Payne. So like the first Max Payne, I thought like that was a good ass game. That was one of those games where like I get out because it was back when I was at work and I had to go on the bus. It took me like 2 hours to get on the bus. This was back when you were going to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning and waking up to go to work at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Right. So as soon as I get out of work, go home, pop that game in, and I had fun with it. So it was Max Payne, the honorable mention. But my number 1 is honestly Halo.
Okay.
Halo, honestly, I know it was a game changer. I didn't do the online thing because I probably didn't have friends. I don't know. I just never did online gaming. I just never did it. Halo was the only reason I bought the Xbox 360.
Okay. It was a console seller. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the only reason I bought Xbox 360. I did Halo 1, Halo 2. I bought Xbox 360. I bought Halo 3, Halo Wars. Never opened them. And I've never played them.
Oh, no.
But Halo is my number 1. Honestly, that'd be one of those games that I actually, if somebody had an old-fashioned, Xbox, what was Halo 1 on? 2? Halo 2 was on 3 or 6?
Halo 1 and 2 were on the regular Xbox. 3 was with the launch of 360.
I could honestly go back and do it. If someone gave me an old-fashioned Xbox and had Halo 2 in it, I would do the whole campaign all over again. I love that game. That game was fun. So okay. Halo is my number one.
My number one is God of War. God of War, where Halo is like a flagship title for the Xbox, console seller type of title. God of War is that for PlayStation. And the funny thing is that God of War was never really intended to be like this big game. It was one of these in-house games made by Sony Santa Monica that they were like, hey, people like Devil May Cry and games like that. Why don't we try making one of our own? So they made something about Greek mythology following this guy named Kratos who's just like really angry. And it became a smash hit that they immediately greenlit a second game called God of War 2. And God of War 2 is widely agreed to be one of the top 5 games in the PlayStation 2 era. And the PlayStation 2 had a ton of games that were like, top quality. God of War 2 is top 5 on everybody's list. Then God of War 3 came out with the release of the PlayStation 3. And oh my goodness, talk about game changer. It was amazing. It was brilliant. And then they had a couple of like spin-off games here and there. And then on the PS4 2 years ago, they came out with God of War. No number, just God of War. So it's like a reimagined, but now he's in Norse mythology. And it's like a more serious Kratos. He has a son. It's like a deeper story, but the combat is still amazing. I know I said everyone should play Metal Gear Solid if they get a PlayStation. Everyone should play God of War if you get a PlayStation. Do it from start to finish. That's the only series where I have platinumed in every game. And platinum means that you go through and you do every little thing, get all the trophies, and then you get a platinum trophy for getting all the trophies. God of War, every single game that's come out, I have a platinum trophy for it. And I'll do it all over again. It's amazing. My number one.
He got so excited.
Oh, yeah. For the stuff I love, yeah. I get into it.
So, all right. That's our top 5. Real quickly, Mortal Kombat. So this is a interesting story, but Mortal Kombat, I will always remember Mortal Kombat because of this. So, when the first Mortal Kombat came out, my friends were playing it. We went to my friend's house. They lived on a second story. So all of us it was all the neighborhood kids went to his house because he was the only one with the video game. So we all took turns playing Mortal Kombat. We all took turns getting our ass kicked because only a few of us knew how to actually play it. I was the one to just press every button and see what happens, which I think everybody did that at the very beginning of Mortal Kombat. But so crazy story is my other friend was playing on a windowsill, right? Like he was playing something on a handheld game. And I was sitting there with him. And I was trying to get a better look. So again, we're second story. The downstairs, beneath the window is concrete.
Okay.
Completely forget that the window is open. Roll out. This is around second grade. So I'm around 10 years old. Next thing I know, I wake up in the hospital. I don't know if you can see it. I don't even know which side it is. It's this side. I don't know if you can see it. So what happened is I fell off the window. I basically bit the hell out of this. I fell unconscious. Ooh. Yeah, went to the hospital, got 40 stitches outside, 40 stitches inside. And the craziest part to me is the fact that the person who tried to tell my mom is Mexican, understands English, but doesn't speak it that well. Unfortunately, the person who relayed the information that I had fell was a white lady who thought she spoke Spanish. And instead of saying that I fell, and I'm unconscious, her literal translation was, Chewy, which is what they call me, right? Fell. He's dead. So my mom was like, ah! She ran, but thankfully I'm not dead, Okay. So, okay, white lady, I didn't die. Okay. So anyways, that's just a crazy story that is always going to be like, whenever somebody mentions Mortal Kombat, that eventually will come back into my mind is like, yeah, I almost died playing that damn game.
Yeah. Oh, watching someone play. Oh, you were playing.
Yeah, I watched someone was on a handheld. It wasn't my turn to play. Other people were playing the game. He was playing on a video game, like the old fashioned, where you buy
the Game Boy and such.
Game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then he was playing that. We were on the ledge. I fell over, and then so anyways.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
just thought I'd give you guys that anecdote.
It's good you're alive.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing ZZ Talk with Zeus and Zino.
Right. It would be Z Talk.